The Los Angeles Lakers are NBA champions. This marks LeBron James' fourth title in his 17th season. Is this the scale tipper that makes LeBron the GOAT?
Lucas.
Yes, it is. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind you guys to check if you're subscribed to my channel. It's completely free, takes about 2 seconds to do, and it really helps my channel grow. Thanks guys, I really appreciate the support. Before you MJ stans come after me, let me explain my points for why I think LeBron is now the GOAT. I have no problem with other people thinking differently than me. I believe that you can make a debate for any of the NBA's top 10 players as the GOAT. It just depends on what you value most in a player. For this video, I'm only going to compare LeBron and MJ because they are the two most regarded players as the GOAT. Let's take a look at LeBron and MJ's stat totals to determine what they've each accomplished in their careers so far. In terms of career stat totals, LeBron beats out Jordan in every category except for steals, and is almost doubled MJ in assists. As for championships, MJ is known for being 6-6 in the finals. LeBron haters always address the fact that LeBron has a losing record in the finals, so let's look into that. Jordan has said countless times that his hardest championship was against the Jazz in 1998, his final one. Let's compare this team to all of LeBron's finals competition. LeBron's hardest championship was in the 2016 finals versus the Warriors. LeBron had the infamous 3-1 comeback, securing the Cavaliers a chip. The Warriors team he faced was very stacked. Along with their talent, they had unbelievable chemistry. Everyone on the 2016 Warriors distributed the basketball well, which led to them having 73 wins in the regular season, the most ever. It's safe to say Curry was a top 3 player in the league at the time. Coming off unanimous MVP, Curry was in his prime. Klay was also a top 15 player, if not top 10 at the time. Draymond was about top 25, and Iggy top 40. Not to mention, Barnes and Livingston were very solid bench players that could have started on many teams' lineups that season. Looking at the 1998 Jazz, they were also a great team. Malone and Stockton led them to 60 wins in the regular season, which is very impressive, but it still doesn't compare to 73. Malone was top 3 in the league, despite starting to dwindle out of his prime, and Stockton was respectively top 10. Jeff Hornacek was also a very underrated player that season. However, after that, their team falls apart. There was nobody on the Jazz that was a good perimeter defender. This allowed Jordan to dominate on offense. Not to mention, Scottie Pippen had to take on Malone, the best player on the Jazz. It's safe to say that the 2016 Warriors outclassed the 1998 Jazz. Now looking at their supporting cast, MJ clearly has a better squad. Pippen was arguably a top 3 player at the time, but to be conservative, I put him as top 5. If Pippen had his own team, he would have averaged close to a 25-point triple-double. Rodman was definitely top 20 and was the best defender in the league, and Kukoc was a solid starter at the time. Not to mention Longley and Harper were pretty productive as role players. LeBron also had a good squad, but not quite as good as Jordan's. Kyrie was top 15 on a good day, Love top 25, and Thompson was an average starter. The Cavs' bench is horrific, and it is the main area where the Warriors simply outclassed them. Therefore, LeBron's 2016 ring was worth significantly more than any of MJ's rings. Next, I want to look at LeBron and MJ's best playoff stats in their career. Note that the figure shown only accounts for seasons that they made it to the finals. I chose this because in these seasons, there were many more games played, which makes the stats more accurate and a better representation of their ability. What surprised me was that in MJ's best postseason performance, he only averaged 1.1 more points per game than LeBron. MJ's best aspect is his scoring ability, and the fact that LeBron is close to him is surprising. After that, LeBron dominates MJ statistically. 3.4 more rebounds, 3 more assists, more blocks, similar steals, better 3-point percentage, and a 4.1% better field goal percentage.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Now this is the point where MJ stans can't acknowledge the facts and revert to saying things such as LeBron would never last in the 90s, LeBron isn't clutch, and so forth. First of all, LeBron is 6'8" and 250 pounds. Do you really think Bill Laimbeer is going to knock LeBron on his ass? I don't think so. LeBron would be the bad boy Pistons' daddy. Lots of LeBron haters are blinded by reverse recency bias. Also, LeBron grew up practically homeless. He grew up being beat up time and time again, only to come back and better himself. If LeBron played in the 90s, he would 100% adapt to their playstyle. Sure, LeBron flops and complains to the refs all the time. It's because he gets rewarded for it, and it helps his team win games. Also, to say LeBron isn't clutch is blasphemy. I have to admit, Jordan is extremely clutch, arguably more than LeBron, but that doesn't justify how clutch LeBron is. Jordan's greatest ability is his scoring, so obviously his greatest clutch moments are flooded with scoring moments. LeBron is a more well-rounded player, which means his clutch moments come in many different aspects. Ever heard of blocked by James?
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Yes, LeBron has the most clutch block of all time, and it's not even close. And that's not even talking about the start and end of their careers. LeBron came into the league at 18 years old and dominated immediately. Despite having extremely high expectations, LeBron lived up to the hype. In grade 10, LeBron was the number 1 recruit for basketball and football, which shows just how great of an athlete he is. On the other hand, MJ had a bit of a slower start to his career. Starting at 22, MJ was also dominant, but not nearly as dominant as LeBron was when he was at age 22. At age 21, LeBron was averaging 31.4 points, 7 rebounds, and 6.6 assists per game, while Jordan hadn't even played a single game in the league yet. Also, Jordan's days with the Wizards cannot be dismissed. Jordan always talks about how competitive he was, but he retired on a loss to the 76ers where he only had 15 points. In 2002, Jordan averaged 19% from 3 and an abysmal 41.6% from the field. That was MJ's 14th season. LeBron is in year 17 and averaging 56% from the field and 37% from 3. There are levels to longevity, and LeBron has clearly outlasted them all. In conclusion, I believe that LeBron James is the GOAT. I cannot get mad at people who say otherwise because, as I stated previously, any of the top 10 NBA players of all time can be debated as the GOAT. The only thing I get mad at is when LeBron haters and MJ stans discredit LeBron's achievements and simply hate on him for no reason. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Also, on screen are other videos for y'all to enjoy. Have a great day. This is Smitty signing out.